Hi guys, this is going to be my Trivlog Reads review of The Key to the Golden Firebird by Maureen Johnson. This book felt really different from the other Maureen Johnson books I've read. It didn't really have that hilarious optimism in the face of ridiculous situations thing. And The Key to the Golden Firebird was Maureen Johnson's first book. And I think maybe she hadn't quite developed that kind of sarcastic, silly voice she uses on Twitter and that permeates the rest of her books. This book was at least as sad as you would expect from a book where the premise is somebody's parent dies. And that made it difficult to read. When you're portraying real grief, it's hard to have characters crack jokes every page like you can when one of the characters is a literal ghost. And this book definitely portrays real grief. Each of the sisters, Palmer, May, and Brooks, deal with the death of their father in their own way, and none of them are really successful. And that was the part that made this difficult to read, because you know they're not going about this the best way, but really there is no best way. So you're left with a feeling of defeat even after the last chapter, when things, you know they're on the right track, but they're still not good. Better, but still not good. So this book, I read it in 3 hours, but it was hard. I liked that it was written in third person, of course, and I felt that you still got to know the three sisters just as well as if it had been written in first person from each of their perspectives. That really was impressive, and there wasn't really one main character like you get with most of the books that are written in first person. I think May, the middle sister, might have had the greatest word count, but this wasn't really May's book. It was about the whole family. And I think it really worked. The different grieving strategies, the different failures and triumphs. I agree with Kayla that I wish love interest Camper would have been more complex. He really was an important part of the story, especially for Palmer and May. It would have been cool to see him change over the course of the book as much as the girls did. Or maybe that's the point. This is a portrait of the girls' changes over the course of a year, not Camper's story. And I think that might be the main message of this book, that the climaxes of our lives happen at different points, and that we all have different ways of dealing with our challenges.